Is it too early to say that Tony Chopper might be my new favorite character? Seeing everything that this poor reindeer has been through in his life is absolutely heartbreaking. Like, it is tragic what he has had to go through just because he's slightly different, because he has a blue nose, because he can talk. That being absolutely ostracized from his family, being attacked by humans, nearly shot to death by humans just because they didn't understand him and he was different. And seeing his relationship with Dr. Hiriluk in this episode nearly brought me to tears, man. So Dr. Hiriluk is what they call a quack doctor. Essentially just means he's terrible. He's not good at his job. He's not good at saving people, pretty much. And he was the only other doctor on Drum Island alongside Dr. Koreha when Wapol decided to exile every other doctor and keep the 20 MDs for himself. Now, Dr. Koreha and Dr. Hiriluk are essentially complete opposites. Like, Dr. Hiriluk is not a good doctor. In fact, most of the time he seems to make the situations worse, but he's doing it out of the kindness of his heart because he genuinely wants to save people. He wants to save Drum Island using medical science. With the situation that they're in right now, where they have essentially no doctors, he wants to be the one to be able to cure everyone, out of, again, the kindness of his heart. He's a good dude. And Dr. Koreha, I don't think is terrible, but she's a great doctor. You can tell she knows exactly what she's doing and she can help people, but she also takes from them. She doesn't do anything for free. In fact, Dr. Hiriluk's dream is to grow cherry blossoms on Drum Island in order to help cure everybody of every disease, because that's what cured him when he was younger. He had, this disease and he was dying, and he found this cherry blossom somewhere that cured him of whatever he had. And he wants to be the one to grow the cherry blossoms in Drum Island, even though Dr. Koreha told him that's literally impossible because of the environment they're in. He believes he's holding on to this dream that he can be the one to save Drum Island. And it's really nice to see because, like I said, he is a bit of a quack and everything he seems to do seems to make things worse. He doesn't actually seem to be curing anybody, but, he's trying his best, and there's something really sweet about that, I think. So Dr. Hiriluk is the first one to ever accept Chopper for who he is. He finds Chopper in the forest after he's been shot at by the humans, essentially near death, and Chopper seems to be the first person or first thing he's managed to actually save. After a year's worth of medical treatments, Chopper gets back to full health, and we see a really sweet montage that whole time of them, becoming friends, Chopper for the first time being accepted, which, is so heartwarming. After everything he's been through, to see somebody accept him for who he is, he even can't believe it, when he didn't speak for 3 days because he was scared if he spoke, he might be attacked again or he might be unaccepted. Also, because of his blue nose, he was scared Dr. Hiriluk would turn on him, and the fact he gets accepted by him is a really, really genuinely beautiful moment. And Dr. Hiriluk is even the one that gave Chopper his name, Tony Chopper. Dr. Hiriluk literally named him that, and they became friends and they became really close and they became family, essentially. And Dr. Hiriluk even shared his dream with Chopper about the cherry blossoms and being the one to save Drum Island. But the scene near the end of this episode absolutely ripped my heart into a million pieces. When Dr. Hiriluk has finally cured Chopper after a year, fully healed his wounds, he kicks him out of the house and basically tells him to never come back. And there's essentially no explanation for that. We get one about the fact that Dr. Hiriluk is dying and maybe he doesn't want Chopper to have to experience that. I'm sure we'll get an explanation in the next episode. But just that feeling and Chopper banging on the door, pleading to come in, saying he has nowhere to go, he has no home, he has no friends, even jumping off of Dr. Hiriluk's home and injuring himself, so he can be treated again by Dr. Hiriluk. And the worst part of all, Dr. Hiriluk shoots at Chopper just like those humans did, that year ago when he was just trying to be accepted for who he was. And, oh God, the fucking thump I got in my chest when I saw that happen. Oh my God, One Piece is so good at storytelling and getting you invested in characters and, again, just ripping your heart out. And the worst part is, at the end of this episode, we see Dr. Hiriluk running away from Dr. Koreha, who's told him that, he's never going to be able to grow cherry blossoms here or live his dream. And he's running, and Dr. Koreha is telling this story and says that the ending between Chopper and Dr. Hiriluk is not good. They did not have a happy ending. So I'm terrified to see what happens in the next episode, because this one absolutely killed me. I don't think I can watch Chopper go through any more torment at this point, bro, because I feel so awful for this little reindeer, bro. I just want him to be happy and have friends and family that accept him. Do you know what I mean? This is hard to watch. Same with Dr. Hiriluk. Again, he's a really good guy, clearly, and he did that thing with Chopper for a reason, kicked him out for a good reason, I'm sure of it. But, seeing these two find each other, and neither of them obviously were accepted by anyone because Dr. Hiriluk was a quack doctor that nobody wanted treatment from, and Chopper wasn't accepted because of who he was. But they found each other, and a really beautiful bond formed. And now it might come to an end in a horrible way, and I'm not quite ready for it, bro. I think it's going to be absolutely heartbreaking. But there's only one way to find out. But I absolutely adored this episode. I'm really, really invested, and I can't wait to see what happens next. But I'm scared, bro. I'm not going to lie.